Well, I
How
keep
old are you,
forgetting.
Rachel?
34.
I keep forgetting you're so much younger than me because I'm about to be 30
I'm about to be 30.
in like 2 years.
How old
I
are
think
you?
I'm. I don't know. I think I'm either going to be 28 or 29 this year.
What year were you born?
97.
You're a year younger than me then. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I was born in 91. I know.
I know you and I think Becca was 90.
Yeah.
Whew, oldies.
Old birds.
Oldies.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, as a 29-year-old, I do not get around like a 29-year-old. If I sit here like this, I get up and I'm like,
yeah,
like
we match.
hobble around.
So
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I still have bad back stuff, so don't do that. Learn from me. I was dumb, but I'm like also like
you were young.
But it's such an inconvenient injury, though.
Oh my
'cause you can't do
gosh.
anything. And if you're somebody that does a lot of
I
stuff,
couldn't even put laundry away.
yeah,
I
can't do
was almost
anything.
in tears.
literally
I was so frustrated.
okay. Also, this pissed me off. The day you got to work, she was being weird, but I was like, it was
I
a
was
busy
avoiding
morning.
her.
It was a busy morning though, so I was like, whatever. And so she was being weird, and then she was like, "Hey, I have a doctor's appointment today that I forgot about. Can I get off early?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't care, sure." Then she comes in the next day, and she doesn't even tell me. Who tells me?
I sent you a text.
Yeah, you sent me a text that night. That's what it was.
With
I
the
was
paperwork
at dinner.
that said I fractured my spine.
It was. I was at
I go
dinner.
get a doctor's note.
I did give her a doctor's note.
What was I at dinner for?
The funeral.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. We had a whole thing.
Yeah.
So we were at dinner with like family, and I get this text, and I was like, "Okay, what the heck?" Like, I think I was like, "How?"
Mm-hmm.
And so the next day we were like, "Don't do anything." Like, good Lord, because she insisted on coming to work. That's my whole Snapchat is everyone being like, "You're such a terrible boss for making her come to work." I'm like,
Hey, don't you get
Which
paid
is
for
why
comments?
she did it, though.
I guess.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So let's see. This happened in February. I went to the Dixie Nationals, which is usually in February, because I had to qualify for the World Show, and qualifying ended in May, and we only had so many shows, and I needed like a lot of points. And so I remember going to the horse shows for that first like 4 months, and literally like getting on, undoing my back brace, doing the class, crying by the end of it.
Yeah.
Back brace back on, doing like nothing at the show
Good
because
Lord.
and looking back, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
just not smart.
Mm-hmm.
I proposed to my wife in a back brace. And I'll actually never forget because I was like in a house with my roommates and whatnot, and I couldn't do anything. She had like, we had been dating for like 2 months, by the way, which is a little bit of
Wow.
a little bit of lore. But I was like laying in my bed, and I remember, I'll never forget it. I was listening to "Marry Me" by Train. And I was like,
That was our wedding song.
a little tear ran down my eye, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to Walmart. And I went to Walmart. I stuffed like a bunch of ice packs down my back brace, and I like hobbled into the car, which I don't recommend either. I got in the car. Like I can't turn around and look behind me and whatnot. So I'm totally relying on my mirrors. And I went to Walmart, and I'm like hanging on the cart, just putting like some Christmas lights and whatnot. And by myself in the back brace, I decorated my room with like a bear and Christmas lights and all that good
I
stuff.
thought you meant you went to Walmart to get the ring.
Me too.
No.
Okay.
I was like,
We used her grandmother's room.
okay.
oh.
Okay.
I had that.
When I was 18, I had a little horse shorty who was like a little cow pony. He was like, I don't even know if he was 14 hands.
It's like
But
Gracie.
his back was this short. Like he was so short backed, and then his butt was this big. You know, like he was just like this huge chunky pony. And so like he got me off. I won't go into the whole story and turn it about me, but same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Transverse process, which they're like, since it's only fractured and it's not completely broken, you don't need surgery, but it's just gonna hurt.
Yeah. And it does.
Yeah,
It does.
it does. So in your case, you went to the doctor like the next day. My mom made me go to school for a week before she would take me to the doctor.
Mm-mm.
So anyway, I was supposed to be, this is what I told her. I was like, I've done this before, and I was younger when this happened. So it's even more important that you listen. I was on a horse within a month with my back brace on.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. You can't do that. And I, years later, like went to the chiropractor, and because I had never gone back for adjustments or had never like done PT or anything, my muscles had formed around how my spine was. And because of the impact, my like spine had like rotated. So then my muscles are just like keeping it there.
Yeah.
And so if you go get things fixed early and like
Earlier the better.
yeah.
How soon can you go get adjusted with a fracture?
I'm not telling you that. Your doctor's going to. And we're back. So let's talk about Ocala. So that was an unexpected trip for you. We were, so excited for Florida, for the fact that I'd be showing for the first time in I couldn't tell you how long. I had a new horse that we were meeting, and I was also training with people that I've like looked up to for like my entire life. And then we were going to go to Universal, and like there's so much fun stuff. So I'm going to ask you both. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Okay,
because Matt didn't go to Universal, unfortunately. He only came for the first half because he has a cooler other part of his job, and he had to leave and go be with a band. But
I have two. Just being at WEC in general is
it's
like
pretty cool.
That's like a childhood dream for me. Amazing.
It's only been there 2 years, Rachel.
Well, just like being at like a big show.
Okay.
Like a giant show with, all the trainers there and all the amazing horses.
Yeah, like the $100,000 trail, watching that. That was insane.
Yeah, that was insane. And then I got to meet Phil Harris.